Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. A crash in Idaho that killed 3 men from northern Colorado, including 2 Larimer County deputies. The driver accused of causing that crash is from Colorado Springs. It happened in Idaho. Investigators say she tried to get around a semi in a no passing zone when she hit the 3 men on motorcycles head on. Janelle Finch with our Denver sister station shares how the Larimer County Sheriff's Office is in mourning.
The Idaho County Coroner confirmed Larimer County Sergeant Jeremy Coleman and Deputy Ethan Powers died in the crash. The coroner also confirms Nathan McCormick was killed. Coleman was from Berthoud, Powers from Timnath, and McCormick from Loveland. LCSO says Coleman and McCormick were related, and they're mourning the loss of all 3. Idaho State Police say the crash happened Tuesday afternoon on Highway 12 near the city of Kooskia. That's in western Idaho, about 3 hours north of Boise. Video of the area after the accident shows smoke billowing from the crash. Officers say 60-year-old Neil Brewer from Colorado Springs was trying to pass a semi in a no passing zone. ISP says she crossed the double lines and hit the 3 men head on. They were all on motorcycles and died on impact. Idaho court documents say Brewer may have attempted to leave the scene, but a witness stopped her. People who drive this highway several times a day tell us it's a beautiful road, but dangerous. They say there's a notable blind spot in the milepost where this accident happened. Other than an illegal attempt to pass, we don't know if anything else contributed to the crash. We've asked these questions to Idaho State Police. The Larimer County Sheriff's Office called the loss sudden and tragic. They said there were no good words to describe what happened. In the statement they wrote, quote, "These were incredible people who dedicated their lives to making Larimer County better every single day. They trained hard, they served well, and they loved life." The Sheriff's Office says they're grieving alongside the families. In Larimer County, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Now to the latest on the upriver fire burning near Beacon Hill. Level 2 and 3 evacuation orders remain in place as crews continue mopping up and monitoring operations. At last check, that fire was at 213 acres, and crews now have the fire 39% contained. There has not been any fire growth reported since Tuesday. Officials have confirmed that 14 houses have been destroyed by the fire and at least 1 person has died in connection with the fire. The cause remains under investigation tonight. And this evening, we have our first look behind the scenes of the fire line at some of the devastation left behind by the upriver fire. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones heard from fire officials about their work dealing with the aftermath of it all.
Well, today we're getting a first look at the devastation left behind from the upriver fire. Crews have escorted us up close so we can get an idea of just exactly what kind of damage. 14 total homes deemed a complete loss, but it is still early. Those damage estimates still likely to come, but it wasn't just homes that were burned down in these flames. These are memories. These are a safe space for parents, children, and grandchildren. At last check, crews have 39% containment on the fire, but that doesn't mean they're in the clear just yet. Right now, fire officials are evaluating day by day on how long crews will remain on site. A couple of the crews will have infrared gear to check for hot spots throughout the night hours. And also, crews are still planning to get ahead and get a complete lockdown on this situation before they feel like they're out and in the clear. This weekend, they're expecting some gusty winds to pick back up. So those tools like the infrared will be extremely helpful as they continue to navigate and continue their cleanup efforts. We got a chance to speak with fire crews about just what the last few days have been like and what the next couple of days will look like as well.
It is hard. It's hard. I just left a homeowner just a few minutes ago, talking to them about what their next steps are, and they're taking it minute by minute, really, right at this point. Lot to process, a lot to think through. It's only June, and we already have a tragic fire like this. This is going to be a very tough fire season ahead. Very dry conditions in June already.
It's still too early to say how long fire crews will remain on scene, but they have told us they are committed to helping these neighbors recover for however long is necessary. But for now, reporting here in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
We continue to track several other fires burning across the inland Northwest, so we'll turn now to the Gold Run fire just south of Kellogg. Firefighters of the Idaho Department of Lands are continuing to make progress there. Fire officials estimating the fire has burned about 221 acres. In their last update, they say it's 22% contained, and crews are reporting the fire line there is holding strong right now as they try to take care of all the remaining hotspots. And the Omak Lake and Kartar fires, which merged into one yesterday, that's still 0% contained. Those level 3 go now evacuation orders are still in effect in the Kartar Valley. That fire is more than 10,000 acres in size right now, and we know that it was human caused, according to officials. About 250 firefighters are working to create a control line on the south and the east of the fire. However, they are expecting some breezy conditions today and tomorrow that could fan the flames. As for the Tucannon fire burning near Dayton, crews are making some headway there. It's now 50% contained. It's about 8,000 acres in size. Crews say still no homes damaged or people injured. Today, they are working on making their fire line stronger and making sure all their mop-up areas still look good. All right, on that note, let's talk weather right now with meteorologist Cody Proctor joining us in the Outdoor Weather Center. So, Cody, a big weekend ahead. Father's Day on Sunday. Of course, we're tracking all these wildfires. What can we expect weather-wise?
What we can expect, Mark, is still a warm weekend ahead. We're looking at highs mostly into the 80s, and there's still a possibility for some breezy to gusty winds, particularly as we head into tomorrow. And honestly, if you took a look at our Silverwood camera right now, looks like it's been a little breezy up over at the theme park as well. But this camera is also located higher up, and the further away you get towards the ground, we also tend to get some windy conditions at times. So watch that pretty closely, so don't be surprised by that at all. Temperatures right now are at 81 degrees at the Spokane airport. For us over at the airport, winds are coming out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Relative humidity 21% right now, so it's still pretty dry at the moment. Around our region, you can see we're tracking mostly in some places in the low 80s, further towards central Washington into the upper 80s to low 90s. Looking at Moses Lake with 91 degrees. Winds around our region mostly calm to light winds at this time. Enjoy this while it lasts, because we're looking at a dry cold front moving in this weekend. That's expected to bring us those breezy gusty winds. It has prompted red flag warnings for the Okanagan Valley and for much of central Washington starting tomorrow. Hour by hour as we head into the rest of tonight, we'll hang on to those 80s a little longer for us this evening. Into tomorrow morning should start things off in the upper 50s. Expect a high about 84 degrees tomorrow here in Spokane. We could also get some breezy winds. I'll have more on that coming up in your full forecast.
We'll talk to you then. Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere just yet. Here's what we're working on for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. We are 1 week out from Hoop Fest. Coming up at 5:15, everything you need to know about the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. And coming up next, the U.S. men's national team punched their ticket to the knockout stage today, beating Australia 2-0. How fans right here in Spokane at a big watch party downtown reacted to the big win.